Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So when it comes to one-sided neck and shoulder pain, a major cause is due to a blend of weakness and tightness in the muscles that support this area, especially with the upper trapezius and levator scapula muscles. To fix this, I'm going to show 3 different methods that will help release muscle tightness, stretch these tight muscles, and eventually strengthen them for both quick and long-lasting relief. Each part works just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through all the exercises and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. In this part, we're going to focus on releasing muscle tightness that may be causing neck and shoulder pain. You can do this when standing or seated. So whatever side that you're having pain, let's say it's your right side, take 2 fingers or your thumb and you're going to place them right over the muscles at the base of the skull. Apply enough pressure where it's going to be a deep, comfortable massage, and what you want to do is a light circular motion with your fingers. I like to do this for about 5 seconds, and during that time period I just progressively dig into those muscles a little bit more. Afterwards I release it, see how it feels. If it feels pretty good, just move down a little bit and repeat this over and over again the whole length of the neck, working into your shoulders. When you do this though, you're probably going to find that one certain spot is the pinpoint spot of pain, tightness, or achiness. Like right here for me, it's like a big muscle knot. At that point, I keep repeating this over and over again until it finally releases or I'm not getting any more improvement. And if you do have one spot that's just really stubborn, doesn't want to release, at that point I would recommend switching up the movements of your fingers. So if you're doing a counterclockwise massage, switch it up and do a circular massage. You can also take your fingers and make hooks with them, hook into those muscles and pull them off to the side. Experiment with as many different movements as possible until you find the one that offers you the most relief. But if you really want to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper massage, what we can do is a tilting motion with our head to activate these muscles. So if we have pain on our right side, what we're going to do is tilt towards the other side, and vice versa if it's on the left. So let's take our fingers and dig into that hot spot that we found earlier and apply enough pressure where it's going to be a deep massage. We're going to hold this and now tilt our head towards the other side as much as we can until we feel a deep activation. It should feel like a tensing of the muscles from the shoulder into the neck. Once we feel that, we're going to hold this and now do that circular massage. This one usually feels really, really good. But do that for about 5 seconds, release it, and keep repeating this over and over again, over as many different spots as possible until everything is nice and loose. In this part, we're going to focus on stretching tight muscles that may be causing neck and shoulder pain. I call this one the double trouble because it's going to target the 2 main instigators, the upper trapezius and levator scapula muscles. You can do this when standing or seated. Let's start by targeting the upper trapezius. Whatever side that you're having pain, let's say it's your right side, take the arm on that side, bend your elbow at 90 degrees and slide it across your lower back as much as you can until you feel a light stretch form on the top of your shoulder that works towards the side of the neck. You're going to hold this, now take the hand on the other side, hook the side of your head, and now slowly pull your ear towards your other side shoulder. As you do this, you should feel a really deep stretch form from the top of the shoulder that works into the side of the neck. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this and now really take it to the next level by slowly turning to look upward towards the ceiling. So we're just rotating, taking our chin upward towards the ceiling. At this point, you should feel a really deep stretch. Hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So let's now focus on the levator scapula. We're going to do an exercise fittingly called the armpit sniffer. So again, let's say we have a lot of pain off to our right side. What you're going to do is slowly turn towards the non-painful side to look over that side shoulder. At this point, you should feel a light stretch form over the side of the neck. We're going to hold this, now take the hand on the other side, hook the back of our head, and slowly pull our chin downward towards our armpit. This time around though, you should feel a deep stretch form from the top of your shoulder blade working into the side of the neck towards the back of the ear. I really like this one. It usually feels really, really good. Hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. But go through both of these movements. You may find that one just offers more relief, and at that point I would throw more repetitions in until everything is nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. And for a good measure, I would throw a couple repetitions in on the non-painful side to again keep everything nice and loose. So here's a unique stretching exercise that can find the right movement that will offer the most relief. What we're going to do is start standing, take our fingers, make hooks with them, hook our fingers like this, and what you want to do is try to pull your hands apart like this, but resist against the movement with your fingers. When you do this, you should feel muscles across the upper back, into the shoulders, into the neck start to fire. We're going to hold this and now take our chin and just press it forward like this. We're just kind of sticking it straight forward, and then we're going to do a big wide circle with our head and our neck. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. I like to do this roughly about 5 times in one direction, and with each circle building into it a little bit more, and then I switch it up in the opposite direction and repeat to hit the muscles a little bit differently. When you do this though, you're probably going to find that one certain movement really helps your neck and shoulder pain, like maybe swinging towards that painful side like this, going counterclockwise. At that point, treat it like your weak link and keep building into that movement over and over again until it finally releases or you're not getting any more improvement. But if you would really like to take this one to the next level and get a much deeper stretch, what we can do is activate the upper trapezius muscle. So again, let's get back into our original stretch of just pulling our hands away like this. Once we feel the muscles activate, what we're going to do is slowly tilt our head towards the non-painful side. So if I have a lot of right-sided pain, I'm going to take my left ear towards my left shoulder as much as I can. Once I feel that deep, comfortable stretch, I'm now going to intensify it by slowly looking upward towards the ceiling. So rotate your head and chin upward towards the ceiling. You're going to feel a deep stretch in that area. Try to hold this one for about 20 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. In this part, we're going to focus on getting long-lasting neck and shoulder pain relief by strengthening the muscles that help support this area. Here's a really easy exercise that you can do daily right in bed. Let's start on our stomach and scoot forward until our shoulders and head are off the edge. What we're going to do first is target the neck muscles. Take 2 fingers, put them right on your chin, and tuck your chin towards your chest until you feel a light stretch forming in your neck. Hold this and now drive the back of your head straight upward towards the ceiling until you feel a deep activation of the muscles in the neck. We're going to hold this position during this exercise. The next thing that we're going to do is now target the muscles around the shoulders. So you're going to take your elbows, bend them at 90 degrees, and then bring them upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. You should feel a deep activation of the muscles around the shoulder blades, into the upper back, into the shoulders. Once you feel this, hold it comfortably for about 5 seconds, release it, take a breather. And you're going to repeat this 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. But if you would like to take this one to the next level and target some more muscles, what we can do is what is called the angel. So for this one, it's very similar. Let's get back into our original exercise, bringing our elbows upward towards the ceiling. But this time around, we're going to reach forward with our hands as much as we can. When we can't go any further, shrug your shoulders upward as much as you can until you feel a deep activation of the upper trapezius muscles on the shoulders. We're going to hold this for a second or 2 and then slowly bring our elbows towards our side. Again, holding that for about a second or 2, and then just keep building into this over and over again, going up and down for about 5 times in both directions. Afterwards, take a breather. On the next repetition, again, try to build into it a little bit more and repeat this 5 complete times. But again, if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. This next strengthening exercise is what I call the lift off. We can use a couple different things for this one, but I find that using a door frame works the best. But you can also use something like the corner of a wall. You just want it nice and smooth so your hand will be able to slide upward with not too much friction. So the first thing that we need to do is activate the muscles in the neck. Take 2 fingers, put them right on your chin, and now drive your head straight backward like this until you feel a deep activation of the neck muscles. We're going to hold this during this exercise. So let's step into our door frame and make it where when you look off to your side, your shoulder and elbow are in a nice straight line. From here, what I'm going to do is just take my hand and slide it upward as much as I can towards the ceiling. When I can't go any further, what I'm going to do is now focus on shrugging my shoulder upward as much as I can until I feel a deep activation of the muscles around the upper back, into the shoulder, into the side of the neck. We're going to hold this and now really take it to the next level by taking our hand and just lifting it off the door frame and reaching backward like this as much as we can. At this point, you are going to feel a deep activation of these muscles. Try to hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more and repeat this 10 times. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always switch to the other side and repeat to help keep everything in balance. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.